Hello and welcome to Watch Maxie's Watch Videos. My name is Axel and I'm glad to have you on the show. 1 week on the wrist means a new watch arrived. And the new watch which arrived is my Dekla 40mm with a green dial, a black hardened bezel and a hardened 6 steel case. And this is the watch I was able to purchase as a used watch for a reasonable price, and I'm going to do this 1 week and share my impressions with you. There are a couple of things which I already spotted, but I'm going to tell you that in detail in the course of the week. It's Wednesday morning, it's 11 minutes past 12. The Dekla is still on the wrist, and one thing I already can say, the leather strap is quite thick. I'm going to show you that in detail. And another point which I introduced for all of my watches, I'm totally surprised how well it works. And I'm going to show you this in detail, and I think I can surprise at least some of you. This is the Dekla Turbulenz. And as I said, the leather strap is on the thicker side, however it is really soft and smooth, something I really appreciate, really nice and comfortable on the wrist. But this is not what I primarily wanted to show you. What I really don't like is the oil and the dirt and dust on the sapphire crystal. I really don't like it. And if you wipe it away with a soft cloth, you have to do it several times and again, and so I really don't like it. So I found a tip on the web, and this comes along with car wax. That's a special car wax, and I use it. You don't need much, you just need a tiny little bit on your fingertip and put it on the sapphire crystal of your watch. Give it some time to dry. Now you can see it's the wax on the watch, and just let it dry a little bit. And once dried, you take a soft piece of cloth and just polish it away. And once you've done that, the sapphire crystal is absolutely crystal clear. It doesn't take fingerprints too early, and if you have some dirt on the watch, you can swipe it away just with a single swipe of a soft cloth. I really like it. Absolutely great and gorgeous solution. It's Wednesday night, 5 minutes to 12, and England just got into the finals of the European Soccer Championship. I think it was well deserved, however they were a bit lucky, and the Dekla is still on my wrist. Regarding the Dekla, I have to say that I was really surprised about the watch, because it has extremely strong reflections on the sapphire crystal, and this is not subject to the treatment of the sapphire crystal. I'm going to show you some comparison shots with other watches which I treated the same way, and in sunlight there is extreme reflection I have with no other watch, and that's because the AR coating is only on the inner side, not on the outer side. And that was quite obvious. I noticed a couple of other things which I'm going to show you in detail over the next coming days. It's Thursday, day 2 of my 1 week on the wrist. My Dekla Turbulenz is still on the wrist. Yesterday I talked about reflections in sunlight, and this morning I can say I have no other watch which is so long lasting and so bright shining overnight. That was a real surprise for me. It's Thursday night, 11:25. The Dekla Turbulenz is still on the wrist. And as I mentioned, I bought the watch as a pre-owned watch, and the leather strap attached to the watch is a good quality leather strap. It's comfortable. However, the contrast stitching is off-white, cream white, while the hands and the indices are real hard white. And I felt it didn't really match together, so I decided to switch to a caoutchouc strap. And here we have the Hirsch Pure Caoutchouc. The big advantage of that is I can keep the watch on my wrist during my cardio training, which I started about a fortnight ago. And here you see how I look after 30 minutes on the cross stepper. I think in about 4 weeks I will look better after 30 minutes. Currently, I'm just happy to have started. It's Friday morning, day 3, and my Dekla Turbulenz is still on the wrist. In this life, I will not become a fan of rubber straps. As you can see, I switched to the canvas strap in black. I don't like sweating under the rubber straps, so I'm not going to be a big fan or supporter of these straps. Little, totally unimportant fun fact. You may have seen that I sometimes have a small break before I say Dekla Turbulenz. That's not because I don't know which watch is on my wrist, but because there are a couple of watch brands starting with the D which sound similar, and these are De facto, Dekla, Damasco, and sometimes I have to focus myself in order not to mix them up and pick the right word, and I may have used the wrong brand already or will do it during the video, and that's the reason why I have sometimes a small break before I say Dekla Turbulenz. It's Friday night, day 3 of my 1 week on the wrist. The Dekla Turbulenz is still on my wrist. I just took some footage, some quick shots about the reflections on the crystal, and for that I took the Guinan Flight Engineer, my Dekla, and the Zin 910 SRS. And although I feel the difference on the movie is not as significant as I felt it, in reality I think the Guinan is significantly better to read with reflections on the crystal compared to the Dekla, although the movie doesn't show it. Unbeatable is the Zin 910. It's nearly no reflections, absolutely gorgeous. However, the Dekla is a fantastic watch with an extremely high and long-lasting luminescent power. It's the best watch concerning this particular feature in my collection. It's Saturday morning, day 4, 10:30, and the Dekla Turbulenz is still on my wrist. Sometimes it's hard to say something new, but there is one thing I really can mention. Usually all my watches get some extra portion of light for the night in order to be bright enough. Yesterday I forgot to do this with the Dekla, and the Dekla was long lasting and bright enough for the whole night without an extra portion of light, and that is really surprising, and I really like that. That's a big advantage of the Dekla. It's Saturday evening, day 4 of my 1 week on the wrist. It's about 10:30 in the night. My Dekla Turbulenz is still on my wrist. It was a perfect companion during the day. I'm not going to talk too much about the watch today, but about my very enriched day. I've been in the woods walking the dog with a very close friend of mine, and after that we moved over, and together with my wife we had some cake and coffee. It was a great afternoon, and it moved over without any problems into the evening with quite a number of drinks I created on the fly, and the drink was 1/10 of dry gin, 2/10 of San Bitter, 3/10 of orange juice and 4/10 of Prosecco or champagne or Cremant, whatever is available. And most importantly, stop counting after the 5th drink. This is exactly what I did. So let's see what I'm able to do tomorrow, how much footage I can take. For today, I'm totally happy and look forward to the day tomorrow. It's Sunday morning, day 5 of my 1 week on the wrist. The Dekla Turbulenz is still on the wrist. Not every morning is a real good morning. This morning I have some kind of headache, which I kind of expected. And it's heavily raining, which I didn't expect. The Dekla, however, fits for any situation. And even with a couple of cocktails, it was perfectly readable throughout the whole night. Italy just became European champion. My Dekla Turbulenz is still on the wrist. I had a really great day with some barbecue, and unfortunately my left arm with the Dekla really hurts. I got my 2nd vaccination today, and now I look forward to a summer with hopefully a lot more sunny days than we had in the past. It's Monday morning, about 8:45. The Dekla Turbulenz is still on my wrist. It's a really great watch. It's a watch which is not too thick, not too heavy, not too expensive. It's really good readable at night. It's good readable over the day, except the reflections on the crystal. However, it is a watch which does not reach me emotionally, and I really can't tell you why. It's a watch which is not too heavy, not too thick. It's good readable, not too expensive. It's nicely designed. However, when the day comes when I'm going to sell the watch, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that without any regret. I really can't figure out why. And there's one thing I would like to share with you, and that's, as you can see, I've got the version with the hardened steel case and the black coated bezel. Whenever I have hard coated surfaces on a watch, I fear that I get scratches and the metal shines through, which I don't like. And here with the hard coated bezel, sometimes at the edge, at the place between the crystal and the bezel, it looks like there is metal shining through, but it's only the light reflection of the sapphire crystal. That's something which I noticed repeatedly over the week, and I wanted to share it with you since the bezel is absolutely great. No scratch, no dent, nothing. It's Tuesday morning. It's about 8:30 in the morning. The Dekla is still on my wrist, and it is a really, really good watch. It's a reasonable size, reasonable weight, reasonable price. However, I did not totally fall in love with the watch, and I can't really tell you why. I had no day where I wanted to take the watch off. However, it's not hard for me to take it off today. I look forward to my Sinn 910 SRS, but that's not the reason why I did not fall in love with the Dekla. With the Dekla, I actually can't tell you why I didn't feel so much about the watch. It's a good watch, perfectly readable at night, perfectly readable most of the day, and I have actually no issue wearing it, but I'm quite sure I don't pick it too often when I look into my box. So sorry that I can't tell you in better words what I think. Stay safe, enjoy your watches, and look forward to my next videos. Cheers, Axel.